Hello, Focus 5 friends. This week, we're starting a 5-part series that will get to the bottom of some of the biggest controversies surrounding popular brands. So make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode. In our first episode, we are diving in deep with Fiji Water, the quintessential symbol of luxury and hydration all rolled into one.
Fiji water is very different from other bottled water for the fact that it is bottled right here at source, and the only first time that any human intervention comes into it when you open the cap.
But did you know that this seemingly green brand of bottled water has been embroiled in a number of controversies over the years? In this video, we'll explore some of the controversies that have made it such a hot topic. Let's start with a sip. Fiji Water is a brand of bottled water that hails from the tropical paradise of Fiji in the South Pacific. The water is sourced from an underground aquifer on the island of Viti Levu, which is said to be one of the purest water sources in the world. Fiji Water is marketed as a premium brand of water and is often associated with luxury and sophistication. But while Fiji Water may be a favorite of celebrities and socialites, it has also been the subject of a number of controversies over the years. Starting in 2007, a group of Fijian locals filed a lawsuit against the company alleging that it was engaging in environmental plunder and exploiting the island's natural resources. The lawsuit claimed that Fiji Water was using large amounts of water from the aquifer, which was causing damage to the local ecosystem and depriving the local population of access to clean drinking water. The plaintiffs also alleged that the company was engaging in unfair labor practices, including paying workers low wages and denying them basic rights. Fiji Water denied the allegations, and the lawsuit was eventually dismissed. However, the controversy did bring to light some important issues surrounding the environmental impact of bottled water production. Though the company claims to be carbon negative, meaning it removes more carbon from the atmosphere than it produces, critics argue that the very act of shipping bottled water from a remote Pacific island to countries around the world is inherently unsustainable. This means that large amounts of fossil fuels are used in the production and transportation process, which has a significant impact on the environment. In fact, also in 2007, the mayor of London even banned the use of Fiji Water in his office due to its high carbon emissions. On top of the shipping footprint on the environment and unfair practices, the very production of plastic water bottles has its own set of environmental issues. Plastic bottles are made from non-renewable resources like oil and gas, and they take hundreds of years to decompose in landfills, which contributes to climate change. A few years later, in 2010, the government imposed a tax hike to the bottling company, which caused ownership to abruptly close the plant and lay off over 400 factory workers. At the time, Fiji Water President John Catran said Fiji's government had announced it was imposing a new tax rate of 15 cents per liter, up from the current 1/3 of 1% rate. He said the new tax was untenable and left Fiji Water no choice but to close its Fiji facility. 2 days later, they reopened and decided to play nice with the local government. While trying to stay afloat with the new imposed tax hike in 2011, a study by newuniversity.org showed that only 47% of Fijians had access to clean drinking water. Think about that for a second. Fiji Water is earning almost $80 million a year at the time, and yet almost half of the population didn't have access to clean drinking water. That number has thankfully dried up to under 12% as per the Water Authority of Fiji. But for that to be a statistic from only 12 years ago says a lot about the company.
Meanwhile, bottled water company Fiji Water is closing its plant on the island nation. That's after the government announced it was raising taxes on every litre of water produced by the company.
So on top of the local people not being able to access clean drinking water, being sued for working conditions, closing its plant over a small tax increase, they also were associated with the military dictatorship that ruled Fiji from 2006 to 2014. During this time, Fiji Water was one of the few international brands that continued to operate in the country despite widespread human rights abuses and political repression. Critics of the company argued that by operating in Fiji during this time, Fiji Water was essentially propping up a repressive regime and contributing to the suffering of the Fijian people. Fiji Water and its partners denied all claims, but we'll let you be the judge of that one. The controversy surrounding Fiji Water is a reminder of the complex issues that arise when we try to balance environmental, social, and economic concerns. With a revenue stream of over $100 million a year and the #1 export of the Fijian Islands, Fiji Water has brought economic benefits, provided jobs, and has invested in the local community. But on the other hand, the environmental impact of bottling and shipping water from a remote island has raised concerns about the sustainability of the product. Additionally, the labor disputes and lack of transparency surrounding the source of the water has also cast doubt on the ethical practices of the company. So while Fiji Water may have a unique taste with all of that mineral composition, it's clear that the controversy surrounding this brand is not to be taken lightly. And in reality, we can all do our part to reduce our carbon footprint and make sustainable choices for ourselves and the planet. That's going to be it for this one, Focus 5 family. Remember to stay hydrated out there and hit that bell icon as we have 4 more controversial videos coming very soon.